Hello, everyone, and welcome back. If you're navigating the world of Canadian immigration, specifically through express entry, you know just how crucial it is to stay on top of the latest draws, understand what's happening in the pool, and figure out what those ever changing CRS scores really mean for you. It can feel like the rules are constantly shifting, right? Well, as of mid May 2025, we've got some fresh data straight from immigration, refugees, and Citizenship Canada, and it paints a pretty clear picture of the current express entry landscape. I want to walk you through exactly what these latest updates mean because understanding them is the first step to building a winning strategy for your own application. In this video, we're going to break down the express entry draws that have happened so far this year, looking at which categories Canada is prioritizing. We'll dive into the composition of the express entry pool, including that all-important CRS score distribution, so you can see where you stand relative to other candidates. We'll talk about the key trends shaping the system right now, including the impact of recent policy changes. Most importantly, I'll share some practical strategies you can use today to improve your profile and boost your chance of getting that coveted invitation to apply. Stick around because whether you're just starting out or you've been in the pool for a while, you'll find valuable insights here. All right, let's start with the draws themselves. So far in 2025, up to May 16th, IRCC has conducted 17 express entry draws. The big headline here: there haven't been any all program or general draws yet this year. That's a significant shift we need to pay attention to. Instead, the focus has been heavily on two specific types of draws: provincial nominee programs and the relatively newer category-based selections. And we've seen 8 draws specifically for provincial nominee program candidates, inviting over 4,500 people. Now, as expected, the CRS scores for these PNP draws are quite high, generally ranging from the mid 400s all the way up into the 800s. Remember, a provincial nomination adds a solid 600 points to a candidate's score, which is why those cutoffs are so high. But it also shows that if you can secure a provincial nomination, your chances of getting an ITA through express entry become extremely high. Then there are the category-based selection draws, and there have been 5 of these so far, issuing a total of 20,000 invitations. And here's where it gets really interesting. A massive 18,500 of those invitations went to candidates with strong French language proficiency, with CRS scores ranging from 379 to 428. That minimum score of 379 for a French language draw back in March is the lowest we've seen this year by a significant margin. This really underscores Canada's commitment to inviting French-speaking immigrants outside of Quebec. Beyond French, we've also seen draws targeting healthcare and social services occupations, and more recently, the first ever draw for education occupations. Now, what about the Canadian Experience Class, or CEC? We've had 4 CEC draws, inviting just under 10,000 candidates. While that sounds like a good number, the CRS scores have been quite high, peaking at 547 in the most recent CEC draw on May 13th. This high cutoff reflects a very competitive pool of candidates who are already in Canada with work experience. So that's the draw picture. Heavy focus on PNP and category based, especially French, and higher than usual cutoffs for CEC in recent draws, with no general draws yet. Now, let's look at the express entry pool itself. As of May 13th, there were over 250,000 candidates in the pool. Where do people's CRS scores generally fall? The data shows a really significant concentration of candidates in the mid-range. About 58% of everyone in the pool has a CRS score between 351 and 500. The largest single bracket is the 451 to 500 range, with over 73,000 candidates. This dense concentration in the mid CRS range is partly due to a recent policy change. Effective March 25, 2025, IRCC removed the points previously awarded for arranged employment. This change shifted over 7,000 candidates into lower score brackets, particularly swelling that 451 to 500 range. For candidates in this bracket, it means the competition is even more intense. If your score is below 400, your chances of getting an ITA based on current trends without a provincial nomination or qualifying for a specific category are considerably lower. On the other end of the spectrum, there are very few candidates with scores above 600. Typically, these are individuals who have received a provincial nomination. So the trends are clear. Targeted immigration is key. Recent policy changes have made the mid-range more competitive, and specific advantages like French language proficiency or a provincial nomination carry significant weight. What does all this mean for you, whether you're preparing your profile or waiting in the pool? It means you need a proactive strategy. First, look for ways to maximize your CRS score. Even small improvements can make a big difference in a competitive pool. Can you retake your language test to improve a band score? Have you fully assessed all your educational credentials? If you have a spouse or common law partner, are their language and education factors being fully utilized in your score calculation? Gaining more skilled work experience, especially in Canada, is another powerful way to boost your points. Second, seriously explore provincial nominee programs. With PNP draws happening frequently and often having lower base CRS requirements before the 600-point boost, this is a critical pathway for many candidates. Research the specific PNP streams for provinces where you might have a connection or where your occupation is in demand. Third, if your background aligns with one of the category-based selection groups, French language proficiency, healthcare, education, STEM, trades, or agriculture, make sure your profile is optimized for that. Strong French skills, in particular, offer a distinct advantage right now. Finally, stay informed. Immigration policies and draw patterns can change, sometimes with little notice. Regularly checking the official IRCC website for the latest draw results and news is essential. I know this can feel overwhelming, especially with the competition being so high in certain score ranges, but immigration is a journey, and with the right information and strategy, your Canadian dream is absolutely achievable. As a licensed Canadian immigration consultant with over 30 years of experience, I've seen the system evolve, and I understand the challenges you're facing. My own journey as an immigrant to Canada fuels my dedication to helping others navigate this path. The data we've discussed today confirms that while competition is high, particularly in the mid CRS ranges, opportunities exist through targeted draws and provincial nominations. If you're unsure how to improve your CRS score, which PNP might be right for you, or how to best position yourself for category-based draws based on your unique profile and the latest data, getting personalized, professional guidance can make all the difference. Understanding the nuances of the system and developing a tailored strategy is key to increasing your chances of success. Don't hesitate to reach out for a comprehensive consultation. Let's look at your specific situation, analyze your options based on the most current information, and build a strategy together to help you achieve your goal of a new life in Canada. Your journey deserves expert guidance. If you found this information helpful, please give this video a thumbs up and subscribe to the channel for more insights and updates on Canadian immigration. You can also find more detailed resources and information about this update in our blog, and I have left a link in the description. Thank you for watching, and I hope to see you in Canada soon.